All right, a very good afternoon or other time appropriate greetings to you folks here on Speed Gaming 2, and welcome to the Metroid Prime Randomizer weekly community race. We got a good one for you today, folks. We've got Uncle Reggie versus Red, and we've got something truly special for you today. I'm Captain MD, and today I am joined by Sean. How you doing?
Hello, I'm doing fine. So, what settings are we using today?
We are, given that a lot of us folks here in the U.S. Northeast and the majority of the East Coast have basically just got around dealing with our first blizzard of the year, it's going to be a little on the chilly side. So here's the thing: um, we're going to be possibly running through Magmore without Variasuit a lot because heat runs are set to hyper mode difficulty, and Variasuit is nowhere in the item pool. So we're going to
That
be
sounds great.
warming ourselves up a little bit with a bit of hyper mode difficulty heat runs. We've got, the item pool is a little bit all over the place today. We have got,
Yeah, for example, there's the missiles. There are no missile expansions, only one missile launcher that gives you 100 missiles. That's it.
all right, and we're just about to get started. We do have Charge Beam starting, but Scan Visor is shuffled as well.
Oh yeah,
Now heated rooms are reduced to 2 damage per second because Magmore is a little bit cooler today as a result of it being about as cold as it is in the Northeast. Looks like we've got
wave beam.
Morphin Wave starting in Tower of
Oh,
Light.
great. We were actually speculating about this. Uh, there was some speculation about this that Light could be illogic because of the. There's our first flamethrower. There's 50 of these in this seed.
Yeah, if you need any hand warmers today, that's what Flamethrower basically is. So yeah, lots of those in the pool. There's bombs in Shrine.
Yeah, there's 50 flamethrowers to make up for the missing missiles. So the pool should be pretty much filled. We should only have like 2 nothings.
I think so. Yeah. I think you mentioned the extra energy tanks as well.
Yeah, there's 2 starting energy tanks because of the required, most likely required heat runs, and
And there's the big missile ammo on the
there we
half
go.
pipe in Shrine. So missiles are
All
already
right,
good to go. But yeah,
nice.
we've got 20 energy tanks in this pool today.
Yeah, so there's a bit more than usual. It should overall not be too hard. Heated rooms do only about as much damage as like picture the Dark World in Echoes when you have Varia and are using Screw Attack. That's about the damage that you're taking.
That's a pretty good way to describe it. All right, Monitor Station is the main plaza elevator. I want to say that was ice missiles, not ice missiles, ice spreader in the grapple edge. All right, let me write that elevator down. Yeah, it's also random two-way elevators.
Great. R2A between areas or anywhere?
Two-way between areas, so typical to our even weeklies. All right,
All
what's that
right.
on Vault Ledge? Was that? I could not tell if that was a ball upgrade or something else.
Oh, you can never tell on the restream.
That is fair.
There is so much compression and shrinking going on. The feed we see is the worst quality one possible.
Yeah, interesting. We're seeing. Oh, I think Red and Uncle Reggie just found more flamethrowers, both in Rune Nursery and Transport Tunnel A, respectively.
Would be weird if they didn't. You know what could be really bad? If they find super missiles and avoid them because they think it's another flamethrower. Like, if they don't take a good look. Anyway, We got space jump in gallery tunnel.
And I missed what that was in the half pipe.
Reggie is going to want to go back for it, as he's doing now.
Yeah, so space jump early is real nice. That is another flamethrower.
Ah,
I mean, I'm used to super missiles being there, so I'm glad everybody's double checking this. Happened like obnoxiously frequently in the tournament.
so, needless to say, flamethrower isn't exactly validation today because it's kind of everywhere. So,
Yeah, I think
we need to find something else to be validation. Maybe grapple,
Wavebuster. All right,
wavebuster. Yeah, wavebuster.
Vault leads to Great Tree Upper. That's some good information.
Okay.
So we found Talon, but we can't really do much in that neighborhood without power bombs or ice beam. We have bombs and boost balls, so it is possible to get bar skip out of the way now. Just have the path open for later, should the runners choose.
Reggie keeps doing boost hops every time he changes directions.
Oh, what was that in Vault? Whatever it is, he's not interested.
Statistically speaking, it's probably another flamethrower. Okay, a suggestion from chat is for every flamethrower to be validation. Like, you need to get every single flamethrower and then you're valid.
Now, by that point, you're probably just about 100%ing the seed.
Yeah. That's the only way to ever complete a Metroid game.
That is fair. 100% is a fun category. Interestingly, I do believe there was a visor in Rune Fountain.
I wasn't looking. Maybe
yeah, it had a little bit of a
maybe we'll see when red swings by.
Yeah, it had a bit of a wider than normal base size. We're gonna see what's in here in Watery Hall. It's another hand warmer.
Come on.
Yeah, we're literally calling flamethrowers hand warmers today. That would be another energy tank in Upper Fountain. Not Upper Fountain, Upper Watery Hall. And interestingly, Uncle Reggie is not going to check Dynamo.
He might just want to check it. He might want to check the rest of this area first to see if he finds Spider Ball, so he can get both checks.
Could do. No, Dark Zero. Neither runner has gone back for Tower of Light. It is in logic with this equipment now that we have space jump and more than 36 missiles.
So nobody's checked Tower of Light, though we started there literally, so we might.
Oh yeah, we also don't have a scan visor. We can't throw any of the runic symbol switches.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell I'm not used to scan visor being shuffled?
Yeah, me neither. I don't think that's a very popular decision.
Alright, we're checking out Zoid, who's got yet another flamethrower. Oh, how appropriate.
Well, it's not even a surprise this time.
Not really. The runners are pretty much meeting up here at the moment.
In these settings, it would be funny if it had anything but a flamethrower. Like, if it had progression, that would be amazing.
Like Plasma Beam? Make it happen, game. Let's go.
Yeah. Is there any cutscene removal?
I believe it's still competitive.
Okay.
So anything that doesn't move Samus is basically skipped.
We should really try and do like weeklies with Oh, there we go.
Hmm.
Anytime. We should really try doing weeklies
Major
with
cutscene
major
removal.
yeah with major cutscene removal.
It has been a pretty hot request, especially from a couple of my folks.
Like people usually like when it comes to like removing loading screens, stuff like that, people say, well, depending on different machines, people could get an unfair advantage or disadvantage, but in this case that wouldn't happen, so it's very possible. uh, it's very possible to do.
Yeah. Interestingly, we discovered with Corruption Randomizer, and this is like a year ago's news to be fair, but with Corruption Randomizer, the cutscene of Samus's ship going from one place to another actually kind of overtakes not overtakes, but it drastically extends the load of that area by such a long time. Like if you cut that cutscene out, it saves like 30 seconds per area, not 30 seconds, but a significant number of seconds per area transition.
Wow.
All right, another flamethrower
Flamethrower
now.
in lower furnace. Appropriate.
All right,
Yeah,
now
okay, so Zoid had an E tank, and that flamethrower in the other room was just storage, flamethrower storage, and it just wanted to change things up for one day.
I think that's another energy tank in upper furnace at the moment.
Well, at least we're not exactly lacking.
Yeah, the extra 6 energy tanks in the pool are definitely going to be welcome, especially since we're definitely going to be expected to do heat runs. If that's set on hyper mode, there's no way you're skipping that.
Yeah. Especially if the rest of the tricks are at beginner.
All right, so with Wave Beam in tow, we can go to Vanilla Ice Beam, but that's about it.
So Wave Beam is probably the beam that has the most associated doors in the game, I want to say.
Yeah, with this equipment, quite a lot is actually in play. We have the monitor station elevator, so we could check pretty much every section of every bit of early Magmore. We don't have Spider Ball, so Workstation is out of play just for the moment. Not for too long, we just need Spider Ball. Red almost fell off that, almost fell out of that
Yeah,
tunnel there.
almost propelled himself out a bit.
Let's see. Flogra is definitely in logic right now. Looks like Uncle Reggie's going to try the triple bomb jump to get up here.
The cool skip.
Yeah, mainly because no one wants to be fighting Chozo ghosts every single time they come through here, and if you do this and skip the wave beam switch, then you don't fight the ghosts.
Ah, that's great. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pressing the wave beam bomb slot and then going down that path that sets the ghosts to come back to this room later.
Why is every Metroid game programmed so strangely?
Because game development. Although, that being said, Zoid recently did do an interview about his development with Prime 1, including mentioning a lot of his development time was on doors.
You mean the guy or the robot?
The guy. the one who retired last year.
So the robot?
Pretty sure the robot hasn't retired yet.
The robot retired in like 2001.
That is true. And Reggie's decided to just deal with it and go through the wave path. Where is Red at the moment? All right, Red is doubling back. So I'm trying to think about how things can go from here. Yeah, with the monitor station elevator known to us, that's pretty much our next major source of logical item density.
I can't believe Retro didn't consider 2 decades of community tech development in their script trigger placement.
All right, Vanilla Ice has... Oh, Vanilla Ice. Would you look at that?
Oh well, that's
That's
good. That's good to see.
that's a
Well,
huge
so
plus for Uncle Reggie.
the second beam with the most doors associated with it.
All right.
Meanwhile, Red, I think Red just walked back to start, and he might do Tower of Light, so I could see if that's progression today, or if it's just a classic.
All right, so the first Farchoso elevator leads to Shoreline. The other one leads to the Workstation Save Station. So we're going to get a lot of elevator intelligence here from Uncle Reggie as... actually, no, we're not, because we don't have power bombs yet. So Uncle Reggie will not be able to check the other elevator, but will be able to check the item in Workstation. Reggie doing the ricochet shot to get to the save station. Very nice. Taking a quick save before zipping on through. Now, luckily, Workstation's not heated.
That's a flamethrower in Tower of Light. Unfortunate.
Oh, wonderful.
Unless that was Supers, but I don't think so.
All right, so Reggie's choosing to just zip through Workstation and go basically all the way through to... This might be a plasma processing play. This is doable without Grapple Beam or Spider Ball, but it's pretty tough.
Yeah. Boost definitely helps a lot, especially with the final switch. Like, without boost, you have to literally just jump into that switch from below.
Oh my.
Get inside it. Like, if you watch a speed run, that's what they do.
Interestingly, no sign of Scan Visor yet.
I think it was a low percent speed run that did that. I think the any percent does get Spider Ball.
It might. What's that? Another flamethrower. Yeah, so we have a lot available to us. We can go all the way back to Lava Lake and Fiery Shores, check both of those elevators. Not logically through this path without Spider Ball, but we can still check them anyway. Uncle Reggie's just going to go ahead and zip on through.
Okay, so yeah, any percent doesn't get Spider, so yeah, any percent does that too. If you just watch an any percent speedrun, that's what they do. Plasma processing is wild.
All right. Fiery Shores leads to Frigate Crash Site. So this is a good elevator for Uncle Reggie. This is going to give him basically hint access and early talent access. So there's a pretty wide array of checks here. Red, in the meantime, is going to go ahead and check Warrior Shrine, which we have not seen yet.
And there's supers!
Ooh.
Overgrown Cavern.
And that is a one-way super missiles, but it is perfectly in logic with our current equipment, so...
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least at least supers were in a spot that you can't really avoid.
In this instance, yes, absolutely. But Uncle Reggie's found another energy tank in Frigate Crash Site itself, so...
Yeah, I'd say we're good on E-tanks.
We're definitely good on E-tanks. Like, a typical VMR would require like 7 or 8 tanks, and given that we've now got 5 and the damage is only 1/5 of the normal heat damage, I would say, yeah, I would agree with you on that one. Our runners are pretty much smooth.
Yeah. Any more are just vanity.
And that doesn't count the additional reduction in damage brought on by gravity and Phazon suit.
Yeah. So, how much damage reduction are we going to get?
I'm doing a quick peek right now at the preset to double check how suit damage is handled.
I'm pretty sure it's progressive. I just don't remember the values.
If it is progressive, then it's 10 and 20% respectively.
Okay.
All right, so there was another E-Tank in Alcove, and we're going to go ahead and see Artifact Temple, so we're finally going to get some hints. I imagine that given we have a lot of the world open to us, Uncle Reggie will check these pretty much immediately. Doesn't look like Red's found anything else particularly significant in this early Magmore play. Oh, wait! How can we scan hints without a scan visor?
Yeah, exactly. We can't get hints.
Oh, what if that
Storage
was...
cab. What was in storage cabin?
Whatever it
I think
was,
it was.
Red
I think it
wasn't
was just a.
interested.
I think it was a flamethrower.
Probably. Oh, you know what? Remember how I said it was it looked like a visor in Rune Fountain? Probably scan.
Do you think that's scan?
Mm-hmm.
So logically, we have to fight Flagra to get scan. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's not the worst in the universe. We also could do it Spider Ball. There's our first power bomb, though, in Lava Lake.
So Red's game is very slow. I think he's playing on a not particularly powerful computer, so that's not good for him.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. He is making it work, though, so props to him for that.
Yeah.
Alright, we're getting our root cave check here.
What's Reddy playing on?
Red is playing on Dolphin, I think.
Okay. So, that's our first artifact.
Alright, not a bad spot for it. But Uncle
And
Reggie's
let's
just gonna...
do Arbor Chamber real quick.
Reggie even managing to do it without pulling out the Morph Ball. Well done.
Here we go.
Oh, never mind.
Special Dolphin builds, I'm not sure. Oh, another artifact. That was a very worthy investment.
Yeah, two artifacts in this neighborhood. That indicates that, I mean... Ooh, main quarry for the, what elevator is that? Lava Lake. Let me see. Let me write that down.
So, to answer a question in chat, I don't think special dolphin builds are allowed. Like, I seriously doubt like Prime Hack is allowed.
Oh no, I'm like 99.9% certain that's not allowed.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we've got an interesting scenario here where since Scan Visor's out, or we still haven't found Scan Visor, Red is actually Red's gonna actually Red is actually not going to be able to check main quarry because that does require Scan Visor as well. So this dive is going to be very quick.
Okay, yeah. So race time the race time rules say the approved platforms are Dolphin 5.0 and above, and Nintendo version 5 and above. Latest versions of each are recommended.
Yeah, I think I have.
So yeah, no forks or anything. Yeah, one thing you can do if you're on Dolphin and your computer isn't very powerful, you can just enable frame skipping, which helps a lot. Like if you're running a game that's supposed to run at 60 FPS, if you just skip one frame, then it's gonna run at 30, and it's gonna speed up significantly. I used to do it for a couple games back when I played on a very bad computer.
All right, Red is trying to do the slope jump from the save station to get to this thermal conduit in main quarry, but unfortunately, again, as we mentioned before, this does require scan visors, so... And I think he's
Yeah.
just realized it.
I think he just realised, yeah. Can't get anywhere in main quarry.
Yeah, no, this mines is not particularly usable to him yet. He needs to go back for Ice Beam and Anti-Chamber first. Ooh, that's another artifact in Shore Tunnel. Red did not see that.
And Reggie doesn't have any power bombs.
No, but there is one in
So,
Lava Lake, so...
yeah, he needs to just go get that one, and then he should be able to get the one in this one.
Yeah, I don't think once they pick that up, power bomb checks won't be an issue for the rest of the seed, barring any issues with Prime 1's lousy drop system.
From chat, I'm all about playing on very bad computers. Prime 1 on Voodoo 2, please.
Not familiar with that one, to be honest.
I'm gonna try and play Metroid Prime on my phone.
Alright, Red is taking a save warp out of main quarry, and yeah, this is pretty much all he can do right now. Yeah, so Red does have options available, because we do know that the Fiery Shores elevator is in logic. Oh wait, that frigate crash site's unusable though without ice. So yeah, Red is actually currently being bottlenecked by Ice Beam.
And of course it's vanilla. Because why would it be?
Now, to be fair, Anti-Chamber Ice Beam is not actually that common.
I've seen it a lot, actually.
Not, at least not in my experience. Uncle Reggie being quite paranoid about keeping his health high. Oh, there was an actual Notroid in Storage Cavern. But yeah, at this point, again, Magmore probably doesn't scare our runners anymore. Like 2 seconds,
Yeah.
2 damage per second apiece. You now have 200 seconds of, in Red's case, 250 seconds of Magmore time. So that's 4 minutes, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. You got loads of time.
4 hours.
I mean, it's gonna be 4 hours if they keep picking up energy tanks at this rate. And Reggie's gonna be happy to see this. So, yep, immediately starts turning around to go for Shore Tunnel. And might even check Upper Fiery Shores while he's at it.
I swear, if we complete this entire seed without scan.
Well, we have 3 artifacts already, so...
Yeah, exactly, that's what I'm saying. How many are there? 12?
There are 6.
6, okay.
Yeah, it's going to be 6 for weeklies. I think for CGC, it's going to be 9.
Alright.
Yeah, for those that are not in the know, we are currently in the planning stages, active planning stages of the Metroid Prime 2 Cross Game Cup, the co-op multi-world.
Yeah, basically, teams of 2 are going to race against each other instead of just 2 people. One playing Metroid Prime and one playing Echoes.
Yeah, look forward to that, folks. That's going to be one very enjoyable adventure. Yeah, for those not in the know, CGC is shorthand for Cross Game Cup.
More like the Cross-Eyed Cup when it gets restreamed. Yeah, that's going to be a nightmare.
It's going to be interesting, but then again, SpeedGaming folks are used to it. SMZ.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do that. They do that a lot. Yeah, they do that a lot. Like for 4 players, I think we've already talked about this. Like specifically you and me, but like if we are to use people as trackers, then I would suggest taking 4.
Oh yeah, I mean, certainly
If
we'll get
possible.
a lot more. We'll get a lot more crew once CGC starts. There'll be a lot more interest.
Hopefully.
Alright, so there was nothing in Upper Fiery Shores, just another flamethrower. Warrior Shrine was also another flamethrower, so yep, pretty fiery Fiery Shores there. And Uncle Reggie is going to head back to the Fiery Shores elevator, which will lead him back to Frigate Crash Site, unless he wants to use that power bomb to check the workstation debris elevator. How many elevators do we still have left? We still have Workstation 2 and PPC. No one checked the Talon Canyon elevator. And we've got Thardis, and there's another elevator I'm missing here somewhere.
Red's about to die.
Oh dear. Please don't get hit by a turret! He got hit by a turret.
So what were you saying?
Yeah, Red, I think spent a little too long in there. I'm fairly certain... Oh. Has Red not saved?
Ever, no.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed.
Well, for this, if nothing else, Red has already made a ton of checks, and Uncle Reggie hasn't found a tremendously large amount since.
Yeah.
So, it is a punishing death, absolutely, but it's not the worst in the universe right now. Alright, we're seeing that debris elevator, and that takes us to... Lower Tree. That was the elevator I was missing.
Oh, that's good. We don't have to do basket.
No, we do not, and that means that the PPC elevator leads to Thardis.
Good, let's do it.
So we have all 8 question mark of our elevator combos.
I don't remember if there's 16 or 18.
And we've definitely got both mines and both Phendrana elevators. I've got Fiery Shores, Lava Lake, and yeah, I've got all 5 Magmore pairs. I've got both trees. Oh, the one elevator we haven't seen is I take that back. There is one missing elevator. We haven't seen Canyon.
Yeah, okay, so it was 18.
But the only elevator left on the table is Transport Tunnel B. So Talon has to lead to mines and Thardis. So yeah, Canyon is either going to be PPC or Thardis, and Transport Tunnel B is going to be the other. Uncle Reggie tried to do the multi-bomb jump to get up to the top of Life Grove Tunnel. Didn't quite work out. Unfortunately, is now getting Life Groved very hard.
So someone in chat just said they got a Powerbomb ammunition acquired message in a seed they played recently.
Yeah,
Is that in the vanilla game? I can't recall seeing that. It shows up once per memory card. Oh wow.
Fascinating. Alright, well, Life Grove itself had a flamethrower. So far, nothing of note being found yet. It does seem to me that the next logical play, I don't think Transport Tunnel B was ever checked. Because I think what Uncle Reggie ended up doing was going back through Frigate Crash Site to head back to Magmore. So he does not know about the other 2 elevators yet.
Oh, the same thing happens with the Ink Possession Attempt Failed message.
Yes.
And echoes. Only shows up once per memory card. That is weird. Memory cards are weird.
Indeed they are. Remember back in the day when data was in blocks? Yeah, nowadays it's
Yeah,
in...
I mean, you wouldn't expect a kid to suddenly know what a kilobyte is,
Yeah.
especially if they're from the United States, where where they don't even know what kilo means as a prefix.
Yeah, I will confess we didn't learn... I'm trying to remember when we got really into measurement prefixes and whatnot.
Probably studying physics or chemistry.
Yeah, it was around the time I was in early middle school, I think.
Yeah, you still do have to deal with the metric system at some point if you're studying anything scientific.
Oh yes, I graduated a physicist, a bit of a physicist, so I know the feeling entirely. Actually, micro and nano units were a pretty common prefix in our field of study. Ooh, we're gonna get a look at the tree, but it's another flamethrower.
I'm surprised that tree was fine.
I am too. I'm surprised it didn't just spontaneously combust.
Okay, so I think Reggie wants to check Tower of Light now. He's going to be disappointed, but shouldn't take too much time.
Yeah, right now, yeah, it looks like Red is going to go ahead and fight Flogra. Perfectly in logic, and we
Yeah, it's
might
most
need...
likely required, so...
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm willing to say that I'm fairly certain I saw Scan and Ruin Fountain, so... I mean, it takes the same model as the other two visors, so we're not going to know for sure. But if it's thermal, I think we're going to laugh a little bit.
I'm not sure what to think about the red situation with the slowdowns. Like, maybe it should be a rule that if you want to get restreamed, you should make sure the game runs normally.
Well, I'm
Like,
going to leave that to the
if
professionals on that one.
like if speed ups are not allowed, then maybe slow mos shouldn't be either.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I had before I updated my system, my Dolphin was pretty laggy with echoes in a few spots, especially distortion effects. Dolphin does not like distortion effects in general.
Very few emulators do.
And yeah, I'm 99% sure that was a visor and fountain at this point. Interestingly, though, it just came to my attention because of the scenarios we are in. I don't think anywhere between Magma Pool and Training Chamber can ever be in Logic today. Because I don't believe the Scan Dash is in the beginner difficulty for Magma Pool.
Yeah, no, it's not.
So all those three checks are going to be definitely junk.
However, I think the hop with a gravity suit should be in Logic. That's a very easy one.
Oh yes, that is right. With Gravity Suit,
so if we do find the gravity suit, then that's definitely in Logic.
Thank you for reminding me.
So, the chat says Dolphin lag doesn't give the player an advantage; it's a disadvantage, so it's allowed. I mean, still,
Especially
doesn't it give an unfair advantage to the other player if you're just slower?
I think it's really... Again, I'm not an expert on this front, so... Wait. Oh, wait. I thought for a minute Uncle Reggie just went to, what's it called? But no, he was trying to get back
Aether.
to... Just trying to get back to Hall of the Elders. Yeah, Hall of the Elders is in Logic now with this equipment. But yeah, it's really up to player discretion on how they want to handle that, given the rules that are currently in place. But again, I'm not the expert on that one. I'm just the more of the excited observer more than anything.
I'd say frame skip is probably one of the best options.
All right, so Uncle Reggie is trying to do an infinite speed here. Here we go. Now you're in for a treat here, folks.
Oh well, let's go.
So yeah, Uncle Reggie's gonna be...
Time for Samus' suit to just disappear.
Yeah, you're gonna be seeing Uncle Reggie spinning in place here for about 50 seconds. What's happening is that while she's rolling in this fashion, her speed is actually building up until it basically reaches the floating point cap. And once it does that, it becomes like a sort of null value.
Yeah,
And
we go
this...
to a bunch of parallel universes.
So, and when Reggie boosts in this fashion, essentially Reggie will be at every conceivable point in every conceivable universe almost simultaneously. Therefore, he
Yeah.
won't know where he is or even what species he becomes when he exits. It is therefore
Yeah,
important to
and
dress
as I was
accordingly.
about to say, you'll see that Samus will briefly become an ETM.
All right, so
That was a major jingle. So that's
it
either a
was...
nothing. So that's either a nothing or a major item.
there's a thermal visor in that
Okay,
somewhere.
thermal visor. Yep.
So, unfortunately, Flogger had a flamethrower. But yes, that was quite...
Is Elder Chamber even loaded?
Elder Chamber should... The item should have
Like
been
if you
pick-upable
do
by us.
are you sure? Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
just
about to
wasn't
find
sure
out.
about that.
We're about to find out for sure. Actually, no, we're not. Reggie's taking the wave path. What am I saying?
Yeah, like thermal was definitely the item in the ice path. If you ask me, I'd say it was that one.
Yeah, I don't see any other major items. Like, I don't see any additional power bombs. I don't see even any extra energy tanks either. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah,
the only thing
see,
was
like
thermal.
exactly like someone in chat pointed out, the ice item is in the same room, but the plasma item isn't. Like the ice item is in Hall of the Elders, and the plasma item is in Elder Chamber.
Yeah. I would have thought that Elder Chamber would have loaded if you stepped fairly close to the statue, which I think is why Uncle Reggie bomb jumped specifically near that statue.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. So, I mean, I guess that's possible. I'm not sure. I don't know.
I'm sure he'll be happy to explain to us in the interview.
Yeah, if anyone knows in the meantime, you're welcome to explain.
Alright, Uncle Reggie's going to give us our first check of Phendrana here. Quite a lot in logic here in Phendrana. We've
Yeah,
got pretty
it's
much
been
the
a while.
entirety of labs. The plasma checks are off the table. Lighthouse and Ice Ruins East are off the table. That's an E-tank in the ice. We can do Chapel, no problem. But yeah, Labs, it seems like Labs is the next best spot to go to at this point. Yeah, because early Phendrana, the real thing that opens this area up is Plasma and Spider.
Yeah. We need Spider for the bell tower. We need Plasma for the ice. We need Spider for for another check. I think it's Ice Ruins East. That room. Yeah.
Yep, Upper Ice Ruins East.
Yeah.
So yeah, it
Yeah,
seems
this one.
like... Yep. So I think yeah, Labs is probably next up on the table, and with Thermal and Boost, we can just go all the way through to Far Phendrana.
Another E-tank.
Thermal, Boost, and Ice.
We do have Thermal Visor, but at least we also have Ice Beam, so even if we do the entirety of labs as intended, we can just go out the back door.
You know what is gonna suck, right? Oh, that's progression, I think. I think that might be Plasma Beam.
Ah, Nice. I love a good bell tower progression.
Well, we need to find Spider Ball.
And scan visor.
Yes, we do. Well, to be fair, Spider Ball does lock Scan Visor, so...
We're not sure if that's scan yet.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not Scan, it's X-Ray, which is still pretty useful. Well, slightly useful. And yeah, I could see that clear as day now. That is definitely
Which is
Plasma Beam.
which is marginally better than nothing, if you think about it.
Oh yeah, especially for Essence. Yeah, Plant cannot guard Scan Visor because you need to activate both runic symbols in Arboretum and in the Sun Tower. So, yeah, you absolutely
Is
cannot
it
do Flogger logically without Scan Visor.
Sun Tower?
Sun Tower is the room in after Sun Chamber, but before the
Yeah,
elevator.
I know, but like, I don't think like why would Flagra not be able to lock scan on because of that alone?
Because, again, to get in from either way, you need to scan runic symbols.
Yeah, but from the Arboretum, is the bomb jump to skip the symbols in logic?
I don't think so. Not on this difficulty.
Like, I think it's beginner bomb jumps.
If it is beginner bomb jumps, then yes, absolutely, Plant can guard Scan Visor. But I do not know the answer
Where's
to
the
that question.
preset? Where's the preset? I'm gonna go and look.
Alright, while you are doing that, Uncle Reggie is going to check Chapel of the Elders for us and see what's here. Flamethrower. I think. If we see runners not going for it, it's probably a flamethrower. And for once, it's not going to be boatloads of missiles because there are no further missile items in the pool after the main launcher we picked up.
Yeah, bomb jumps are beginner.
Yeah, I figured bomb jumps would be beginner, but is that is the jump to Arboretum in beginner bomb jump logic?
I'm not sure. I'll look.
Chat's saying they haven't seen a race where that's the case, so it might be intermediate bomb jumping. Because it is a fairly tough bomb jump. It's not a particularly common one. We're getting a quick peek of Ice Ruins West here, which is another flamethrower. And I believe...
Yeah, okay. I just checked. Yeah, Arboretum is intermediate.
Okay, so yeah, Flogger can't have Scan Visor in these settings. We're getting a look at Canyon.
So the one in Ruined Fountain is indeed X-ray if it is a visor.
Oh yeah, because that's scan locked. That is a good point.
So that means that we have no idea where scan is yet.
Yeah, that does change a lot of things. But yeah, no. Progression and Research Core is gonna, like, Spider Ball and Research Core is gonna suck if that's what that ends up being, because we can't get Research Core without Scan Visor.
Oh yeah.
I do believe we can just zip through labs no problem without.
And we don't know. And we don't know what scan visor is locked. Oh, there it is. I was literally just suspecting that it would be right there as I was saying it.
That is actually probably the best spot it could be, because I actually just realized Scan Visor actually locks out.
It's required for labs. Yeah, it's required for labs.
You can't get up to Control Tower.
Yeah, there's a couple things you need to do. You need to scan, like, there's a few lifts here and there. You can just jump up those, but then there's a barrier that you need to disable.
For either,
and those lifts.
So yeah, that is a pretty. It's a great convenient spot, but it's a dirty spot.
I'd say that's actually one of the only possible locations for scan at this point.
Yeah, given that Spider Ball hasn't been found yet, and it's locking out another visor. Interestingly, we haven't seen either of our other suits yet either, and we're still
Yeah.
really well. We know where Plasma is now. It's in the lighthouse.
The seed is definitely interesting.
Yeah, the way I would describe that scan visor location is convenient but dirty.
Yeah, extremely convenient.
Because that's pretty late in the seed, all things considering. Does that mean Spider can't be scan locked? Not necessarily.
Let me see the the preset again. See if standable terrain. See if standable terrain is okay with that.
Yeah, I think we have standable terrain set to beginner in this logic. Standable and slope jumps, I think, are both beginner in this logic.
Let me tell you. So I'm just going to say everything we have. I think they're all in set to beginner except for the one hyper mode. Yeah. So we have bomb jump beginner, combat beginner, combat or scan dash beginner, heat runs hyper mode, knowledge beginner, L jump beginner, movement beginner, R jump beginner, slope jump beginner, and standable terrain beginner.
Yeah, I think slope jump or standable terrain beginner. I guess that was another flamethrower because Reggie's not getting that. Red is not happy about that ice beam. took a bit of a pause there.
Vendrana Ruined Courtyard is in beginner. So
okay. So yeah,
that scan is definitely not locked by Spider.
Red has just explained his frustration in one word: pain.
Well, it makes sense.
But yeah, that is a pretty painful. At the most painful spot for any item in Randomizer, is its vanilla location.
So, what I wanted to answer was this question in chat. So, does that mean Spider can't be scan locked? What I actually just said means that Spider can indeed be scan locked. So we could see that in a bit.
Yeah, like now Spider Ball and Research Core would be pretty convenient more than anything.
Yeah, it was scary it was scary a few minutes ago, but now.
Yeah, because before labs, anywhere up to this point, anywhere after control tower needed scan, after and including control tower needed scan visor. Scan visor
Was in Ruined Courtyard.
Yep. And what's that up to? Oh, well, there's main power bombs in Aether. That's a good spot for him.
Oh well.
And we do know
labs are looking pretty loaded.
They are, and of additional interest, we're only looking for 2 artifacts, which is not in Research Core.
They're really keeping that safe. I think that's the central heat source for the entirety of the labs.
That makes sense.
That's the only thing standing between these pirates and dying of cold.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and the preset is basically today is basically based off of the obnoxious cold and blizzard weather we just had here in the U.S. Northeast yesterday. So, and it's still very cold here too. It was only like 7 Fahrenheit overnight last night. So like minus.
Oh, how much is 7 Fahrenheit?
It's like it's less than minus 10 Celsius for sure.
Oh wow.
It's pretty darn cold.
It's only about 7 Celsius here.
Alright, we're going to see Security Cave from Uncle Reggie now. Just about everything in this neck of the woods should be retrievable, except Gravity Chamber. That either needs Gravity Suit or Plasma Grapple.
Okay, so Reggie really wants to spend like 7 hours in the in Magmore at this point, I would say.
I think Reggie's more interested in just bulldozing through mines without a care in the world for drops.
Yeah, probably.
Because with our current equipment, we can now go. Well, Ice Beam is what let us start trudging through mines to begin with. All right, upper gravity chamber is a flamethrower. Lower gravity chamber is a flamethrower. Thank you, Reggie, for scanning that for us.
You don't have to thank him. I think he's very happy that he can now scan things.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we just got scanned. I forgot about that. Again,
He's really happy about that. He's just very scan happy, I think.
I would be after not being able to scan dash for the better part of 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think what is available at this point. We've seen Chapel. We need Spider Ball. Thardus is in logic with supers and thermal. Although...
Vanilla Spider? Anyone?
Vanilla Spider, except I'm still not 100% sure where thermal actually was. Like, if thermal was an Elder Chamber, then Thardus is plasma locked. But if it wasn't...
What even is Thardus like in logic? Is it like knowledge to know that you can still damage him?
I think knowledge/combat. I'm not 100% sure on that front.
Which is the moment in which I go and check. Let's see.
Transport access we can't see. Didn't look like it was that important. Didn't look like a suit for sure. Alright, so Thardus leads to Canyon, so PPC must lead to... PPC must lead to Transport Tunnel B. Which, if lower mines is required, like if OP is required, that is a great spot to... That is actually a great spot for that elevator.
Combat beginner includes Quarantine Cave.
That's what I thought.
I'm gonna go and look, check if that's actually what it's referring to.
But Uncle Reggie is not going to try and scan dash quarantine monitors and instead going to return back to Talon. And I think, check hints, this is actually no better time like the present to do so, because depending on how this plays out, you can migrate accordingly. Because if you need to get to mines at this point, where are 2 mines elevators? Lava Lake for main quarry and Transport Tunnel B for PPC. So if mines is next up on the list, then Reggie has an option on that front. So yeah, folks, happy almost 1 hour. We are finally checking hints. And here's the thing. After all that, Red is not that far behind. Now, he does have to retrieve a few of the artifacts from before.
Yeah, but overall, it's like I'm finding myself saying more and more
Processing
lately.
center access, folks. OP is required.
Woo!
Oh, we have to go back for X-ray visor.
Yep. And we need Spider for it.
This sea just went downhill so fast. And I love it.
Oh. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, it's Randomizer 3.1. You had to know Lower Mines was coming. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you adjust the settings. You can never escape Lower Mines unless you just flat out remove it.
3.1?
Randomizer 3.1 especially is what really started hammering in Lower Mines. Ever since we enabled or started using the setting that gives you an number of items placed before artifacts option, that's pretty much when ever since Randomizer has loved to throw stuff in Lower Mines. And I'm fairly certain that was 3.1. I think Uncle Reggie just realized he didn't pick up the item in Transport Tunnel B, but it's an energy tank. So yeah, this is going to be a play to mines. Because this has to be PPC. Which, to be fair, this is a fairly safe bet. This is where Reggie needs to be at the moment.
What version of Randomizer was this? Was this
This one is 3.2. But I'm fairly
3.2.
certain...
Is it 3.20, 3.21, or 3.22?
It actually doesn't make a difference. the last digit of the version number doesn't matter when it comes to seed compatibility.
I just want to know, okay? I'm just curious.
I'm
But
fairly
yeah,
certain it was turned on
it's
3.2.1.
but yeah, it's 3.2, so
It's definitely 3.2. We still have our cargo. Yes, we freight lift gravityless is in logic in these settings because we have thermal, we've got ice and wave. Could be. But yeah, right now we're still looking.
the last digit doesn't make any difference. I'm just a sucker for details.
I can understand that. But yeah, that's this is a pretty interesting scenario we're in because we're looking for a ton of things still. We're still looking for Spider Ball,
Yeah.
which we assume leads to X-Ray. We need Phazon Suit, and we need Plasma Beam, which we know where that is. It's Spider Locked. So the main thing we're looking for at this point is Spider Ball and Phazon Suit. Those are our two major unknowns.
Yeah, pretty much.
And we know that this is an artifact since this is Ventilation Shaft. So Uncle Reggie's going to pick this up real quick. I would wager
Yeah,
we're going to see.
We're at Phazon and PMT levels of E.
We actually are a suit in PMT levels of E. You're right. It still can never be in this setting, I don't think. But
yeah, no.
That would be something else if... Actually, I don't think Spider Ball can be in PMT either, because MQA is not expected to be done without Spider Ball in these settings.
And there's another artifact.
Yep, that's number 5. Number 6 is in PCA.
So yeah, we're actually very much okay on artifacts.
Yeah, the artifacts... I mean, here's the thing. Given what we know about the elevators, PCA is actually not that bad because it dumps you out right in front of PPC. It dumps you out in front of PPC, which in turn dumps you out right at Talon, near landing site. So it's where it's where you want it to be, and it doesn't look like Central Dynamo does anything.
Unfortunately, we still need unfortunately, when we do eventually fight a Mega Pirate and just get out of here, we're not going to go straight to the temple because we're still missing everything.
That is true. We're missing way too many major items right now.
We're missing specifically 2 things that we absolutely need, and we already know that we also need Spider Ball to get one of those 2 things, at least one of those 2 things.
Looks like Reggie's going to check MQA anyway.
So, because of MQA, Spider Ball can't be anywhere down here, right?
No, it can't be anywhere down here. I think Spider itself can be an MQA, but beyond that you need Spider Ball.
So the problem here with Reggie right now is that the problem with Reggie right now is that if X-Ray is not if X-Ray is right there in Ruined Fountain, then we can't really be here right now. Like, it's not going to be very useful. We still need to get that before we can actually fight a Mega Pirate.
Yes. It's entirely possible that Spider Ball can be an MQA, in which case the logic of this seat is absolutely disgusting, because you need to get this in MQA, assuming this is Spider Ball, and then go
then just
the way
backtrack.
Back.
Just backtrack and go back to Charizard.
Which, granted, that's not particularly hard to do, just take the save
And then you also need to fight Flagra.
Well, you can get away without fighting Flogger with standable terrain.
Yeah, you can, but I don't think that's beginner.
It's absolutely not beginner, but at the same time...
I'm strictly talking in logic terms.
Alright, and Uncle Reggie must have seen whatever it was, and it wasn't Spider Ball, so... We're just taking a moment to admire Edward's assistance there. Alright, Red is going to be happy to see these power bombs, for sure. You know, Scan Visor may have been, oh, right, we kind of have to fight the drone.
Kinda. It's not really a fight.
Yeah, thankfully with Super
This is
Missiles,
more
you
like an
can,
assassination.
yeah, that was, pretty... is that a Metroid? It's not a
No,
suit.
it's a power bomb
Power
expansion.
Bomb, okay. Yeah, I think...
Almost vanilla.
Now, I think Reggie is going to just pass on through and... Oh, okay. Shooting that door apparently unloads the lock. Today I learned.
Okay.
Because I heard the distinct sound effect of the lock disengaged sound. Interesting. I guess there is truth to the meaning you learn something new every day.
I mean, you can hardly go a whole day without learning something new. Like strictly speaking, if by learning something new we mean like anything, literally any snippet of information that you weren't aware of, then like I could say that today I learned that the eggs I used to cook were going to expire in a few days, so I need to use them. So I needed to use them. Like that's something I learned today. It's not very useful, but it's something I learned.
Fair play. All right, so I'm trying
It
to
looks
remember
right.
what was...
It looks like Red is eyeing Thardus. At least it did for a second, but I think he's giving up on that immediately.
Yeah, the other thing is Red hasn't picked up Super Missiles yet, and Super Missiles were in... Where were Super Missiles?
Overgrown Cavern.
That's right, and yeah, Red's never been to that elevator because that is Fiery
Yeah.
Shores.
Progress hindered by liquid environment. Power suit augmentation required to advance.
Which we still haven't found, and we're now over an hour in.
Yeah.
I mean, at this
I mean,
point...
gravity suit isn't usually an item we find, really. Like, usually people just skip water or just fine with whatever water they have to go through.
You're in for another treat here, folks. Uncle Reggie is going to show you Spiderless Shafts.
Nice.
So yeah,
Oh.
this is it's BSJ plus standable terrain. So this is absolutely not in logic because BSJs are not currently enabled yet.
Yeah. I think BSJ is. I think the lowest level for BSJ is intermediate.
I think so.
Yeah, I was right. It's intermediate. Lowest level is intermediate, and highest level is expert.
And Reggie took an extra try, but gets it almost flawlessly. Very well done. Incoming Metroid. We have Ice Beam. It's not that big a deal. I'm fairly certain that these are triggered by dropping the shield in MQA.
I would like at least once, like maybe in a multi-world or something, to use minimal logic.
That would be very interesting.
Just to absolutely screw it myself.
Alright, Storage Depot B is an energy tank.
Like maybe we can do a race with minimal logic. Like we only gather the best runners we have, the ones who we know can actually get through one.
It could be very interesting if towards the end of the CGC, if we do have a match in the last few matches be a minimal logic seed. But it's entirely up to the runners on that.
For the finals, maybe. And for the finals, your biggest challenge yet: minimal logic. Have fun. Oh yeah, by the way, during the CGC, the runners are going to be able to communicate, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I'm still working out from a technical standpoint how I'm going to do that with my partner, because what I need to do is I need to invest in one extra audio source, because I've got my headset, and that's about... Oh!
That's Spider.
Spider Ball.
Okay.
Okay, that's a semi-rude spot for it. So Spider Ball was still in mines anyway.
Oh
So
well.
what's the fastest way back to Chozo logically from this point?
Where does main quarry go?
Main core goes to Lava Lake, which you can get to Chozo from there via the either workstation elevator for Far Chozo or the main plaza elevator in Transport Tunnel A. Take your pick. So yeah, it would have to be main quarry to Lava Lake, and then through Transport Tunnel A, that'll take you to... Oh, nice Wave
Oh,
Buster.
hey, wait, Buster.
Okay, we're valid.
So now we are just hunting for Phazon.
At this point, yes, we are.
We know where Plasma is, we're just looking for Phazon.
And again, we're fairly
And we
certain
most
X-rays of...
likely won't get Gravity.
Yeah, I think Gravity is off the table now. Unless it's Phazon is just chilling in Biohazard Containment or something. Could do now.
I mean, even then, Gravity isn't strictly required.
Yeah, you can do it without, but it's not pleasant.
I don't think Gravity has any hard requirements in this game. Does it?
With Reverse Frigate, it does not. Yeah, you could do it, but you need to do some extreme wall boosting in Hydro Access Tunnel.
By hard requirement, I mean there is absolutely no way found in over 20 years to do it without Gravity Suit.
Right, in that case, no.
That's not a thing. Yeah, doesn't have any hard locks.
We're finally going to get to see what this is in main quarry after who knows how long it's Gravity Suit.
Oh well, might as well grab it.
And that was Scan Visor locked.
Great. Finally we get to admire the best suit ever. Don't at me.
No, I'm not going to argue with you on that one. I think Gravity is my favorite suit coloring. I do like Deep Purple. Especially, I love the Dread Gravity suit. I sincerely hope that when Prime 4 comes out, and I sincerely hope I'm right when I say when Prime 4 comes out, that there is an option like in Prime 1 with Fusion Suit to do Prime 4 with Dread Suit.
Oh yeah, that would be very cool. I doubt it, like really heavily doubt it, but it would be cool.
Was that a Grapple Beam in Storage Depot, or not Storage Depot, Security Access A? Probably. Yeah, I think it was Grapple. Upper Mine's loaded, folks.
Yeah, speaking of Drone, actually, I only recently played it for the first time. Finally.
Oh, very nice. How did you like it?
I liked it, definitely. It was fun.
Yeah. For me, it was hard. Like, I'm used to harder Metroidvanias now, playing the Ori games, but even still, Metroid Dread is a hard video game.
The Emmys were a... I'm kind of mixed on the Emmys, but I do like the tension they create.
Yeah, and they're not
especially in the early game.
Yeah, they're not as stupid as the SAX in Fusion either, because yeah, the SAX as threatening as it was in Fusion was pretty stupid.
Yeah, like it was definitely a menacing plot device, but in game, like actually fighting it, especially after getting the Varius, it was just, yeah. Actually, what do you think of the parrying mechanic? Like, do you think that should be in Prime 4?
The what mechanic? I'm sorry.
The parrying mechanic.
The parrying mechanic. It would certainly be interesting because yeah, that is an interesting element of Prime that hasn't been addressed. That Samus has never had a melee attack except, I guess you can argue, cannonballing things, but
Yeah, boost ball, probably kind of a melee attack.
Yeah, but yeah,
But
you
yeah,
make a very good point on that front. I'd be somewhat surprised, but at the same time, it would be quite welcome.
I mean, it's definitely not new in first-person games to just have a quick move that
Yeah,
just staggers someone, or like it's very common.
that's been a thing since N64 GoldenEye.
Yeah.
You know, karate chop action and all. You know what we're finally going to get to see now after over an hour? Dynamo.
Yeah. I swear if Phazon's in here.
We're going to get to see both items too since we've got Spider Ball.
Doom punch sprites, but it's Samus's arm, so it's just the same sprite. Nothing changes.
Alright, upper dynamo is Flamethrower.
Yeah.
What was lower dynamo? Another energy tank. Reggie's going to be at 14 energy tanks at this point.
You found the Ranger Axe. No, I don't think I would have it as an item, just a normal bash. There's a bash like that in like a lot of games.
And Uncle Reggie has reached maximum E at 115.
Oh. So I don't think Reggie is going to die.
No, the only thing I think Uncle Reggie has to concern himself with is random crashes.
Yeah.
Because
and also speaking of damage and health, I literally just realized this yesterday. Like I was just thinking about stuff, and I suddenly realized, oh yeah, Prime 1 doesn't have bottomless pits.
It does not. That was introduced in Echoes.
Yeah, I did not notice that.
I think Echoes is the Echoes is the first game to introduce bottomless pits in the entire series. Because yeah, there's lava bats in all the other in the 2D games, but as far as bottomless pits,
are they in any of the 2D games?
No, there's no bottomless pits in the 2D games. I think
yeah, it's literally just the primes, excluding Prime 1.
Yeah, 2 hunters and Echoes. They're actually fatal. So. Not Echoes, sorry, Hunters. They're fatal.
In Hunters, they're fatal. Wow, that's kind of terrible.
I mean, technically Metroid Prime Pinball, but I think that released after because it uses the Echoes title music.
Okay, so Red is going to check hints.
Yeah, Red's not going to be happy about this. Red's going to see that. Red's going to see that PCA is required and.
Forfeit on the spot.
Oh, I hope not. Actually, yeah, he's gonna read them right away. He's gonna see.
I can see how easy it would be for something like that to just bum you out. Root Cave, Arbor Chamber.
Yeah, those were probably the most convenient artifacts.
PCA.
PCA.
Ventilation shaft. Shore tunnel.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
I don't remember the softlock pits in NES Metroid. What was that? Is it like when can the destructible blocks reform around you and just get you stuck there?
As someone who has not played NES Metroid or seen a whole lot of it, I cannot answer that question.
I haven't played that one either, but I do know it's very janky. So, like, I saw this very funny clip of, like, the player opening a door as an enemy was crawling on it, and the door disappearing just made this enemy just going to spin in midair
Oh dear.
indefinitely.
Also, interestingly, as chat does point out, Reggie has not gone back to Fountain, so it's possible we could be mistaken about X-Ray. In which case, we're on an X-Ray hunt, and there's a lot of places that could be.
Yeah, if that's the case, then X-ray is
Although, we're running out of
not
checks,
good.
because Spider's in play.
Thardus.
There's Thardis. We've seen the Ice Ruins already, and we know it's not there.
We
Red,
haven't seen Quarantine Monitor, I think.
we haven't, and I think that's probably Reggie's next stop, if I may be
Yeah,
honest.
it's probably that. Like we haven't seen much. Like we don't have many checks outside of Fendrana. Most of the checks remaining are of Fendrana, I would say.
We're gonna get Ice Temple now with Plasma.
I
We've
think
seen
there's a
Elite
couple.
Research.
I think there's a couple things. I think there's a couple things in like phase on mines still, but
There's
not
not that
much.
much in mines. If anywhere, that would be lower mines. Because we've
Yeah,
seen,
have we seen PPC?
yes.
Okay.
And yep, that was
All
Plasma in
right.
the
That's
lighthouse.
our plasma. So,
You know something? That is actually incredibly appropriate, because it was a light-based weapon in the lighthouse.
well, I mean, it's not exactly light based. It's just it's
Well,
just fire. And again, I'm not sure that's a lighthouse. I think it might just be a bell tower
could be.
because like, what would a lighthouse even be doing there next to a temple? I think a bell tower makes more sense. See, that's something we should ask. We should ask the developers. Just what is that? Because if it is a bell tower, I want everyone in the community to start calling it that.
You know, I think maybe next time Zoid does an interview, we'll see if we can get a QA session going for that.
Hopefully. Hi, Ridley.
Hello, oversized Shadow Ridley.
He was flying very close to a spotlight.
Probably. All right, so yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, Reggie's gonna go to Thardis. This can't be a labs play. Yeah, because we've seen all of labs at this point. Because Hydra was flamethrower, Aether was power bombs. Yeah, we've seen everything in labs. So yeah, this is a Thardis play, hands down, or at least a quarantine monitor play. Although it is pretty much at this point where you start checking everything. I feel.
Reggie missed the super lock.
Yeah, it looks like it was just a tad bit too low. As they say in Get Smart, missed it by that much.
The GameCube games are about as easy to look up and down in as the 2D ones, and they really shouldn't be.
Reggie did not check the magma pool loop, and that did just get put into logic with Gravity Suit.
Yeah. That's an important detail.
Yeah, and without Grapple Beam, Reggie's attempting a slope jump here to try and get up to Quarantine Monitor. Yeah, because trying to do
Come
this
on.
now...
Come on. Come on.
This looks like a tough slope jump.
It's very high, yeah.
Yeah, because the amount of standable terrain you have to work with here is actually not that high. It looks close. Like, if we had the ability to screw attack, that would give us, like, a couple extra inches of height, and that would do the trick. But yeah, I think... Yeah, Reggie's gonna sneak around here and try again.
Yeah, we can do this with a good scan dash.
Alright. So Red has successfully, in the meantime, retrieved super missiles and is going to get the Magmor, has gotten the Shore Tunnel artifact, as well as checked Fiery Shores.
Oh, yeah?
So we know that his next stop needs to be... I don't remember if he's checked Lighthouse and noticed that. Also, it was nothing of extreme importance in Quarantine Monitor. So yeah, we're going to see a Thardus play.
Alright, Powerbomb time. We've got 6. We can use them. Do Powerbombs still give 4 in these settings?
Mains give 4, yes. Power Bombs were not changed.
I was playing a Super Metroid rando seed, and like 30 minutes in, I had like 40 power bombs and 5 missiles, 0 super missiles. They are very power bomb heavy.
Oh yes. Yeah, just in case anybody's wondering why Reggie picked up an extra energy tank even though being maxed out, it's because there are 20 in the pool, on top of the 2 they start with.
And they refill your health, so... it's a nice bonus, even if it's very much unneeded.
Honestly, we probably could have raised the, we probably could have gotten away with raising the Magmor damage to 5, and it probably would have been okay today.
If Thardus has either Phazon or X-Ray, then that means that this seed requires every single boss.
Yep. The rare all bosses seed. We don't get this often in Prime. In fact, yeah, it's very, very rare we get it in Prime. It's also pretty rare in Echoes, but yeah, Prime especially, I don't recall the last time I've seen a logically all bosses required seed. Although then again, Flogra doesn't lock anything now, since we know that Fountain didn't likely have X-Ray.
Unless ghosts are...
Right, still have ghosts.
Come on, X-Ray on Thardus, Phazon on... on ghosts.
Oh, that would be just one of the greatest,
Or the opposite, just so ghosts are a bit harder.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Reggie deciding to give Thardus a little bit of flamethrower on the finishing blow
Might
there.
as well.
Considering we've got,
Moment
like,
of
what,
truth?
30 of them? Oh, it's Ice Spreader. I mean,
oh, that's
you're not
funny.
gonna say
That's
no
funny.
to it.
That's
but
funny,
that's not
though.
what you want.
It's definitely
It is funny.
funny.
Yeah, it's not what you want, really, but, again, you won't say no to that.
Aw, Thardus not required.
Bummer.
What a shame. Yeah, now we can save 10 seconds on final bosses.
But yeah, oh, we do actually have one additional check that we have not seen yet, and that is not this, because we've seen it already, Storage Cave.
Oh, yeah.
We did not have Plasma first time through.
Yeah, Plasma was very late today. Oh! What a nice hop.
Yeah, Plasma was behind Spider, which was in mid-mines. So, I'm trying to think of how early did we have mid-mines access? Because after Vanilla Ice, did we need Scan? Yes, we needed Scan.
Yeah, we needed Scan, absolutely.
So, yeah, actually, this seed is a logical nightmare right now.
There's a bunch of lifts you need to activate, and some other things.
Well, it's not even that. You can't get past the force field in Main Quarry without...
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, and granted, you could go around...
PPC.
Not even PPC. Waste disposal tunnel.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Phazon. It's plasma locked.
Alright.
We're just looking
Okay.
for X-ray visor, which
Which
is about
is,
as bad as looking for Phazon suit at this point, and it can even be in Phazon mining tunnel.
let's say goodbye to the best suit ever to say hello to one of the worst.
Not a fan of the dark coloring.
Nah. I mean, it's not dark coloring, it's just very monotone. It's kind of boring. Like, I think it's worse than the light suit, and the light suit I still don't like that much because it's still very monotone, but it does have more shades.
Light suit should have added double melee damage with screw attack. Just saying. Just because
And
of
it
those
also
kneecaps.
it should have had like a rainbow effect on it.
To
Like
answer,
at the very least on the visor.
I just want to stop you for a split second. To answer question, chat, Varia suit is not in this item pool today.
Yeah, there's no Varia.
Varia is removed. Heat damage has been reduced to 2 per second, and heat runs are set to hyper mode difficulty. So basically, heat runs are required, whether you like it or not.
Also hello Interslice, who finished a few minutes ago. Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a very fun seed. Like a lot has been happening, and I'm still surprised that well, maybe. Well, let's see where Uncle Reggie's going here. This is on the right direction for Flogra, so we might be seeing ghosts.
Yeah. If X-Ray is on Ghosts, then it's going to be 2 out of 3 bosses required. Which isn't too bad. Or I guess too good.
All right, Uncle Reggie is out of missiles.
Are you serious?
Unfortunately, well, thankfully there is a solution. Uncle Reggie just needs to hope to get some missile drops from bees.
Yeah, luckily these wasps here are basically placed here as ammo refills. Just
Yeah,
need one more drop.
yeah, for the record, the missile
Oh no.
launcher is the only missile-based item in the pool, and it gives 100 missiles today, so Uncle Reggie's had 100 missiles and somehow still ran out.
I mean, he did use flamethrower earlier
That is true.
with the others.
And there hasn't been a ship save in a while, if at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen one, actually.
Shoutouts to the Pokemon Crystal Randomizer at AGDQ this year for actually having bees as a nickname incentive that actually won, that actually got used.
Was it your idea?
It was not, actually.
Alright, so... Oh. Did Reggie manage to kill Frogger in one hit?
I think this might be it looks like it might have been a
No.
2-in-1, maybe?
Yeah, no, that looks like a double.
I can't tell from behind.
I think you can do a 4-in-1. Yeah, it was 2.
Yes, to answer your question, chat, Pokemon Crystal at GDQ this year was Randomizer.
Alright.
I think that was the only major randomizer shown at GDQ. There might have been another one, but...
Oh, 2-in-1 is the max. Yeah, I was about to ask. I was about to ask about that, if 4-in-1 is even possible.
Yeah, I think the Power Bomb just doesn't quite reach. There was a Kingdom Hearts randomizer race too. Okay, I was about to say, I'm fairly certain there was at least one other randomizer race. Do you see a boss there? I don't. Oh, there it is.
What boss? I thought this game had like 2 bosses. Excluding final bosses. Red resets. And Reggie purifies the water. Yeah, it's a flamethrower for his efforts.
Courtesy of Lion King syndrome, basically.
What?
Lion King syndrome. You beat the evil villain and suddenly everything is good now in the environment.
Oh, right. I mean, Flagra was literally poisoning the water personally, so makes sense.
Oh, Red got Life Grove tunneled, apparently. And there was
Oh,
nothing good in Life Grove Tunnel anyway, so... Yeah, that entire region was pretty much garbage. I think Red's last save was... It must have been pretty recent. Because it's after scan.
I think he's checking his inventory now.
Oh.
Quit the game again.
It's a little weird.
Please don't drink the spicy water. You know, that should have been a scan point in the game. Recorded to logbook. Please don't drink the green water. We don't know what it contains, but it's definitely toxic.
And in a Mario game especially, never drink the purple stuff.
Okay, so
Or an Ori game for that matter.
Red reset again because he forgot to activate fusion suit.
Oh, I mean, Fusion Suit is serious business when you have when you're not running Varia. I mean, to be fair, no Varia means is probably one of the best outcomes that could ever be possible in this.
I mean, except Phazon. Phazon still looks really bad.
It does look a little weird for Fusion, I won't lie. Granted, in Fusion, you're only supposed to see it for about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Ghosts only had another energy tank.
Yeah. And the plastic look really doesn't help its case in 3D.
So, let me think this through for a second here. What's left? We've got everywhere from Fungal Hall access to
Frigate,
MQB. We have Frigate. Frigate's
Frigate's
actually,
left.
Yep,
I think
Frigate.
Reggie's about to do Frigate. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
The
no
best
way
Frigate.
around at this point.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we don't have required bosses, but required frigate is always good to see.
Hydro
And a
access.
nothing.
Haven't seen a lot of those today.
Hatroid.
Oh yeah, D-Mines is blocked by X-Ray anyway because of MQA. MQA needs a lot to get through. Spider Ball and X-Ray and Plasma Beam, so it needs all the late game goodies.
Yeah.
So yeah, Frigate is definitely the play here. I'd be well annoyed if X-Ray is not in biohazard if X-Ray is not in biohazard containment at this point. There we go.
There it is. Yeah, shoot everywhere.
All right, at 137.20, Uncle Reggie. At 137.
You can shoot all the lemons you want. That won't unplace the X-ray visor in biohazard containment.
And with that, folks, Uncle Reggie is in go mode at 137.20.
Yay!
That required gravity suit by logic. No way around it. Oh, there is a way around it, but it's not pleasant.
No messages in chat. Oh, Aero and Sasquatch have forfeited.
Yeah, apparently there's been some soft lock issues going on throughout the course of today.
Baja Blood is done at 138.38.
He's been having a very good weekend. If I recall correctly, he took gold in the Echoes Weekly. I didn't see it, but I did
yesterday.
I did look at the race time, yeah.
Yeah, he won yesterday.
So yeah, where was Gravity again? Gravity was in Main Quarry, so that was locked by Scan Visor, which was and also logically Spider Ball.
Oh wow. Red's computer does not like mines.
Yeah, I think it's probably the discoloration effects assorted with it's A, power bombs, and B, probably the distortions from Phazon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Red is
This
having a
area
really
is
tough time with this one though.
very slow. This is the kind of speed I think of when Prime 1 comes to mind. It's just a very slow game to me, compared to the other two.
So yeah, I'm trying to figure out the logic for this seed. So space jump standable terrain basically lets you get
Scan.
scan in courtyard, and so with
Yeah.
scan you can then go with scan and ice and all the other ball upgrades. You can make your way to mines to grab Spider Ball in Upper Elite Research. Spider lets you get Plasma Beam, which locks Plasma Beam locks
Final bosses. It just locks final bosses.
final bosses and Phazon Suit because that was in storage security cave. Security cavern,
Yeah.
or storage cavern. Storage cave,
Yeah,
excuse
that
me.
too. That too, yeah.
It's one of those two combinations of words. Eventually, I'm going to get it right. But yeah. And then on top of that, to get X-Ray, you need to get Supers in Overgrown Cavern, which that's pretty free today because of where that
Yeah,
elevator was.
that's also a thing we haven't talked about. No one ever uses that method, but logically, I think you were supposed to get Scan Visor by just using Boost. Yeah, remember how Ruined Courtyard has like a water level puzzle? Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. All right, so Uncle Reggie shot the door to PCA. Is this an attempt at an IS?
I mean, probably.
Because it
He
seems a
got
little weird.
X-ray. He got X-ray visor. He went out of his way to get it, but I mean,
Okay, now he's leaving.
at this point,
I'm just shocked that Uncle Reggie would, interested that Uncle Reggie would shoot the PCA door and then bust out.
well, third place is still up for grabs.
Alright, Red's getting the vent shaft artifact now. Still does not have Spider Ball, so is going to have to backtrack out of here and do Spiderless Shafts to get,
I'm not sure he can do it. I'm not sure he's able to.
Well, worst case scenario, Red can warp to start out of Central Dynamo. It's not the end of the universe.
Yeah. That's going to take a while to get back here, though.
Yeah, Boost and Space Jump were available, so yeah, Ruin Courtyard wasn't particularly,
Maybe saving in Quarry and just resetting if this route doesn't work very well might be the best option. Might take a bit less.
Reggie's zipping on through here. Already been through this area, so... Oh, actually, no, Reggie hasn't been here yet, has he? Oh, yeah, he has.
Oh no, he has. Because
the force field's down.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting, once you load
He's
the
done this before.
Yeah, once you load either MQ a second time, it darkens.
Yeah, this really didn't need to happen in this game. This entire area really didn't need to just turn off the lights.
We're seeing the Zoid maze from Red here. That was a 17 square maze.
That's pretty good.
I think that's the absolute best it can be.
Nice.
If not 15. But that was an amazing Zoid maze. I have never seen a maze that good.
Did you have fun looking for supers in a sea of flamethrowers, Baha? Yeah, Dark Zero also thinks 15 is the best.
Yeah, I think the range is 15 to 55, odd numbers only, not counting 53.
Baja was scared he skipped it in Chapel.
Skip supers, yeah. Because, yeah, it's hard to tell between supers and flamethrower at
Yeah.
long range.
Yeah, it was definitely good that they changed the that they actually gave them different models and echoes.
Indeed.
It can't be 53, I'm guessing, most likely because of the actual shape of the maze and the rules of it.
Something like that, having to do with, I think, the puddles and stuff. And, yep, nice use of flamethrower there. Although, how many... oh, Reggie's got plenty of supers left, so... And no point in blasting MQB at this point, because you're not going to get a missile refill at this in this juncture.
I guess he could load and unload the room over and over and just break those crates. Okay, here we go. Trying to do this stealthy. Trying to do this the stealthy way.
As long as OP doesn't make eye contact, we're basically in business, and it looks like Reggie got it.
Hopefully we can one-cycle him.
And I believe he got the quick teleport, too. Wave Pirates. We have Wave Buster and all, and Reggie's gonna use it.
Yeah, low missiles. We'll have to use Plasma.
Yeah, this is still one-cyclable with Plasma, but it's not particularly brilliant.
Yeah, takes a bit longer. It's harder.
I think one more cycle should do it. Oh, he's going to use a power bomb instead. Alright, it's enough to get a stun, but it looks like OP needs one more hit.
I'm out of coke.
Oh, we missed the shot, and it's going to be a 2-cycle.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't think OP even gave enough time for that one. Even still, though, with Charged Plasma, this is not a particularly long phase 2-cycle. I am amazed those two missiles connected, by the way.
Missiles are a lot better in this game.
And yep, looks like Red's busting out of lower mines via a reset because of not enough no way back.
Yeah.
Decided not to save warp out of Central Dynamo, interestingly. Anytime now,
Maybe
OP.
he didn't think of it. Here we go. Grapple Beam.
I think we've seen Grapple already. It was in Security Access A.
Okay.
I don't think this can be... This can't be anything at this point. This is probably another flamethrower.
Yeah. Or a nothing. A nothing would be infinitely better at this point. No, just a flamethrower.
And excessive missile spam later. And like I said before, this is basically one of the better last artifacts to be, because now you just have to take PPC to transport Tunnel B and you're back in Talon.
Yeah, now.
It's just unfortunate that this, that you Mines was a forced double dip, whether you like it or not, because Spider led to Plasma.
Yeah.
Powerbomb of frustration. We're going to be seeing a lot of those.
Yeah, Reggie's just, he slipped off the catwalk. Here we go.
Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, this has been this is a, like, logically, this seed is a nightmare. Because it was a back and forth between Phendrana and Mines, like, basically twice over. Because, again, Scan Visor to Spider Ball to Plasma Beam to OP after Biohazard Containment. And even then, that was another dip after, because it was Spider Ball to Plasma to Mines for Gravity Suit, and then go back to Talon to go get Biohazard Containment.
Well, we should probably post this seed in chat just in case anyone wants to play this.
Yeah, this seed is probably going in, like, the share seed set in the share seeds tab in the Discord.
Go on, go fetch it. Just paste it into the chat. We need it.
How long did it take people to find Phazon suit? Not.
A while.
It took a while, but the go mode item for Uncle Reggie was X-ray visor.
Yeah.
He found Phazon after gravity, but only by a little bit. But yeah, Uncle Reggie's in a great position here to just wrap this up nice and quick, you know. Thankfully, Boost Ball was free today and required for Spider Ball, so no hard Ridley today. Yeah, it's funny because the heat damage aspect of the seed wasn't even the biggest crutch that our runners had to deal with. It was the lack of Scan Visor that was really
Well,
the big
yeah,
deal.
I mean, to be fair, you did make it 2 energy per second, which I think is way too low.
Yeah, I think in future we could probably get away with 5 if we're leaving the energy tanks the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, like 2 per second is just not enough of an actual threat.
Yeah, at the same time, it
And
does make
like,
logic a lot easier to
and like,
put
yeah, logic,
runs in.
when you have it in hyper mode, logic tries to account for 10 per second, which means it's going to shower you with e-tanks,
Probably.
which is gonna make things even more boring and less threatening.
Baja Blood and Inner Slice mentioned that they found Ice Beam relatively quick. Yeah, Uncle Reggie's almost one of his first major items was Ice Beam, because he went to Farchozo very fast.
Hi, Ridley. Now we just wait for him here, and then we go for the ankles.
Pretty much. Turns out Ridley was inspired by Achilles. Has very weak heels.
No, it's just we go for the ankles. Like in Prime 1, Samus went for the ankles, and in Prime 2 she went for the kneecaps.
What did you go for in Corruption?
The face, I would say. I mean, that's literally all the Aurora unit is, so...
Wow, that was a close last super missile there.
Yeah.
Well done, Uncle Reggie. That was a really good fight.
So, actually, speaking of Aurora units, I've seen this this theory that Fantoon could be an Aurora unit.
Who could be an Aurora unit?
Fantoon.
Fantoon. It'd be a little interesting, because, yeah, he did make a brief appearance in Other M as just a random super boss, basically. Fantoon would be interesting, because they brought back Crate for Dread. And I would be surprised if they
Yeah, and
didn't.
the little eye things in Dread also kind of remind me of the Aurora units and of Phantoon.
Yeah, because by then the Aurora units had been around for a very long time at that point in the series, because Prime Trilogy basically comes before Super. So the
Yeah,
Aurora units have been
exactly.
around for a very long time by this point.
Like, it's never really explained what Phantoon is.
Yeah, I think, for lack of a better term, he was mostly a ghost in Super, but you know, who knows?
Yeah, like,
Who knows what the story was with Other M?
yeah, but like when it comes to ghosts, like, uh, are ghosts even real? Like, what are the Chozo ghosts in Prime? We don't really know. Like, they're just called Chozo ghosts, but we don't know if they're actually
Oh,
ghosts.
so Red's got a bit of a problem. Red does not have Spider Ball or Grapple Beam,
Oh, great, that's another reset.
and this is after Thardus.
Phantoon got the Magic Koopa treatment in Other M. Yeah.
Yeah, Red's trying to slope jump out of here.
It's like every single boss in the Metroid series that comes back in a later game is just bigger. Just
Pretty much.
every time a boss reappears, it's suddenly bigger.
You know, one entity that hasn't been a boss in the series since their first appearance is Dragon. Nice snipe.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon looked pretty much like local fauna.
Pretty much.
So it would make sense that after Zebes, we wouldn't really see much of them anymore.
Unless, of course, the Federation managed to preserve a cell culture from that too. Doubt it, though.
Ice Spreader was on Thardus.
Yeah, we were thinking that we thought at first that it was X. There was a visor in Rune Found, but then we realized, oh wait, it can't be Scan because because Scan is required both ways for Flogger and Ghosts. So no way. So then we thought maybe it was X-Ray, but then Uncle Reggie never went back for it, so we assumed, okay, maybe it was just another flamethrower. But yeah, I'm just trying to. The icing on the cake is all the back and forth that was required, because I'm trying to think. Did any of the Phendrana elevators lead directly to mines? No, Shorelines led to Far Chozo, and Thardus led to Talon Canyon. So no, there was no direct way between Phendrana or mines. Which, to be fair, is quite difficult considering both areas only have 2 elevators each.
Okay, Reggie just tried to flamethrower, Exile. Unfortunately, the last pip of health will have to be drained with ice. Here we go. And there goes Exile.
Yeah, Reggie hasn't been having too much trouble with that.
I wonder if Reggie can complete the game in just under 2 hours. Come on.
It's gonna be pretty close.
1 minute. 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52,
Okay.
51, 50.
It's really going to depend on how this first pool plays out, because nice thing
Yeah.
nice thing is Uncle Reggie did get thermal out of. We're not sure if it was an Elder Chamber or
Yeah, just out of the infinite speed.
yeah, Uncle Reggie IS'd it.
What's Red doing?
Red is setting
Is
up an
that infinite
IS.
speed?
Yeah, it's an
Oh.
IS. It's going to be for the
Alright.
magma pool.
Yeah. Let's see. He definitely has time.
Oh no, Reggie got grabbed.
Ah. Also, again, I know we're not supposed to discuss politics on here, but do you prefer the design for Hyper Mode in Prime 1 or Prime 3?
You know, that's a great question. I would say I think I like it better in Prime 3. Grapple,
It's a bit more unique.
yeah. To answer your question, Chad, Grapple we think was in Security Access A. And yeah, Baja Blood's confirming that for us. Reggie gave a quick peek,
I'm guessing Baja either peaked it or straight up got it.
Yeah, it looks like Red's not getting the IS here.
So, as Baja suggested, Red might just be memeing at this point.
Yeah, Red has made a mention in the race time that basically that is what he's doing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and entertain people. As soon as Reggie finishes, he should probably just forfeit so we can get both of them in the room here.
Alright, Reggie's getting pretty good pool cancels, but unfortunately Essence is just too far away.
Yeah.
Luckily, the next pool came up pretty much right away, so bit of a break there. And this should be enough HP for a single full salvo. Assuming that flinch over there didn't just do it. It did not. Good.
Yep. Here we go. Oh, just over 2 hours.
Uncle Reggie finishes
Unlucky.
with an official race time, GG time of 2:01:36.
Third place.
It is going to be good for third overall, so yeah, Reggie manages to take the podium in this race. Very nicely done.
Hello, Reggie.
Hello,
all. So, how was the seed?
I'm slightly unhappy because I felt like I played really strongly in the start and then just last location to X-Ray, and that's frustrating to have.
Yeah, you getting Ice Beam early was definitely a huge step up. Red also basically had a reset at the 30-minute mark due to a death in Monitor Station, thanks to the turrets.
Oof.
And also just recently reset out of Lower Mines due to lack of Spider Ball.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, the logic for this seed was a nightmare. There was really no good way to route this seed, because you literally had to go back and forth between Fendron and Mines like 2 or 3 times. And there's no easy way to either of those two spots.
Yeah, I mean, Talon gave you pretty easy access to do that.
That is true. You could go from, what was it?
You could go from Talon Canyon to...
Thardus.
Thardus, yeah.
Yeah, Canyon to Thardus, and then...
right into PPC via Root Cave.
Right, yeah. But yeah, the logic, we finally pieced it together. It was get scan out of Courtyard. Go get go to mines so you can get gravity and spider. Go back to lighthouse for I think Sean actually went with the term that I like better. Bell tower, we're calling it now. In shorelines for plasma beam. Then go back to mines to well, first go to biohazard as well to grab X-ray, and then go back to mines to get PCA.
Yeah.
What a mess! What a mess!
It was less than optimal.
A painful seed.
Just to feel like I played so strongly in the beginning, just to come into third by such a huge margin is not pleasing.
And yeah, we have just informed that Red has issued a DNF and will not be finishing, which and on that note, Red is joining us in the booth. Red, GG to you.
I'm still doing that infinite speed. I'm going back.
All right.
Well, so
I'm going back.
you're not gonna like how this is gonna. You're not like,
Go on, you
how
must.
this seed was gonna play out.
I'm not even gonna bother with the X-ray. I'm not gonna bother any suits. Where is that spider ball?
It is an elite research upper.
Yep.
Where's I?
Yeah, the mining laser.
I forgot I had a main quarry elevator this entire time.
Yeah, although to be fair, the problem was you didn't have scan visor your first time through, so you couldn't go on out, and no ice beam either.
Yeah. That. Let's start there. Ice beam, funny. Scan visor, incredibly rude.
Oh, and it doesn't stop there.
X-ray was pretty awful.
Oh, where was the X-ray?
Biohazard containment.
Biohazard.
You know what? That's pretty standard for this sort of garbage.
I mean, it is. You're absolutely right. But
if we look at the credits on Reggie's side, we can see all the flamethrowers.
oh,
God,
50 of them, so we better look.
And
We should read every single one.
Oh yeah, where's the Phazon suit? That's the last piece of the puzzle.
Phazon suit was in storage cave.
So I still need the plasma, which is needs. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, no, the seed was a logical nightmare.
At least the point where I respawned back like the started with nothing and forgot the missiles. All right. You know what? I'm just gonna be as emotional as possible with this game because at that point I just kind of gave up. I was still gonna keep going, but I figured I'm gonna do this for the content and nothing else because there's no way I'm getting like top 3, especially with my terrible frames. I also want to state I'm so sorry for that. I have no clue why my computer is just killing my game whenever I stream it.
And unfortunately, I don't think that's an area of expertise I can help you on either. So my apologies for that.
It's all right.
Try it with frame skipping.
I might try that. I was also. Isn't there a setting on Live Split that that also like slows down depending on the frame rate, like how the frame rate is?
A lot of people don't run the 100th category or like place on Live Split to prevent it from taking as many resources.
Right. It is a lot of updates.
Yeah. So Reggie, you actually did grace us with an infinite speed earlier out of, and I missed it in the credits. Which of the 2 Elder area checks had thermal?
It was the Ice Beam one.
It was Hall of the Elders. Okay. Now, did you, the way you bomb jump before actually doing the boost launch to get everything, did that give you the Elder Chamber item as well?
The bomb jump? No. The boost did. The boost did give me. I wanted to make sure that I was in the loading trigger for Elder Chamber.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay.
Yeah, we just wanted to double check.
Because we weren't sure if that infinite speed actually gave you both items or just one.
Yeah, it gets you both only if you trigger or hit the loading trigger for Elder Chamber.
All right.
Shoutouts to need to use the wave slot twice. Yeah, Uncle Reggie needed to use the wave slot twice as well. Baja Blood.
Yeah, because no scan, can't really open things up.
Yeah,
that was very frustrating. Failing that trick at each time I came through, it kind of steamed me because That Trick and I have not been getting along recently.
Yeah, we were discussing earlier on the seed settings in general, and the VMRs were really not that overly complex today because of the low amount of damage per second.
The low drain
Honestly,
rate.
they
Yeah.
were free.
It was
Especially with
free.
the amount
Yeah.
of E-tanks that we received early on.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The fact that there
'Cause
were
I don't
some to
think-
refresh while you were down there too.
I don't think logic actually accounts for the actual damage that
It does.
heat does.
It
Huh?
does.
It does. Wow. Why did it shower you
image
with?
logic is
What
very,
did it just-
very strong because of echoes and Dark World runs.
Why did it just shower you with E-tanks then? That was
Probably because
incredible.
the damage strictness was set to medium, so the logic expected you to have half more energy than you probably could have gotten away with.
Yeah. Plus, there were 6 additional E-tanks in the pool, so they are going to show up more often. I'm actually kind of disappointed that there was a power bomb expansion in
Lava
Lake, because I was going to show off an infinite speed that I don't think very many people know about that you can get in Monitor Station
Fascinating.
Oh,
to get the artifact that was in Shore Tunnel. I figured I'll check just in case there's one there. And then
Hold
sure
on.
enough, there was.
I think I've got the infinite speed angle.
Well, we'll know in about 57 seconds or so. Also, Red, shoutouts to your 17 square maze.
Yeah, that was hype. All right, it's a
that was
shame.
lucky.
Yeah, it was a shame. It was there was nothing in MQA.
Yeah, or Central Dynamo for that matter.
If you want to say a quarter of a French vanilla, I got 1 teaspoon out of that.
I'm going back and thinking over, and I'm pretty sure the only item that I did not see with my own 2 eyes in the entire game was Storage
Grapple.
Depot A.
Yeah.
No, I saw Grapple. I didn't grab it.
Right.
Where's Grapple at?
It was at security access A.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
Storage Depot A is the only item that I did not see or obtain in this entire scene.
Probably a flamethrower.
Oh,
Probably.
viewers in the stream. I
Okay,
present
yeah,
you
Red's doing infinite speed.
me not getting. Wait, I got it. What was it? I got the item. I have no idea what I grabbed. Where am I?
Yeah.
Okay, so Baha also confirms Depot A was a flamethrower.
Now,
Yeah,
and
not
actually,
surprised.
chat, you can, and you runners, you can also maybe help us out. With Gravity Suit, is Magma Pool still in Logic?
No, that standable is
No.
an intermediate.
Okay.
It's an intermediate? Wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it's
the
very
easiest-
easy. The damage
It's the
is
easiest
all
I've
it
ever
is.
seen.
It's because it has high stakes. If you mess it up, then you will probably die.
Yeah, I was wondering about that because then we realized, wait a minute, with the damage issues, then you can't do Magma Pool even with gravity, with Grapple Beam.
Correct.
All right. You know, the only way I can think of to end this.
Oh,
is,
and Red, you definitely got an energy tank somewhere along
Yeah,
the way.
that was definitely an E-tank.
you want to explain to me why? Oh yeah, I was in lava. That's right. Anyway, I think the only way to do this is to crash my game. So I'm just gonna. How many? Yep, there it goes.
So interestingly, something has changed in Randomania with the way that it processes Prime to make it so that doing this infinite speed also gives you the training chamber access item.
Fascinating.
I'm not sure what it is, but the vast majority of the time doing this infinite speed gives you 2 items.
Well, it definitely didn't give another power bomb, that's for sure.
Where?
No.
Oh yeah, by the way, if you are doing infinite speed, for anyone who might be interested, don't unmorph. It doesn't look pretty.
Oh, I should have done that and showed everyone.
Yeah, what you get then is a state called Light Show, in which basically a lot of polygons just go absolutely crazy, fill up your screen, and it's definitely not something you want to do, especially if you have
So
epilepsy.
there's the crash.
It's the only way to end a seed like this, if I'm being honest.
I
So-
mean,
and
you're
the game
not
has no
entire-
idea where to place your arm cannon in Light Show, which makes it extremely difficult to open doors. The only way
Yeah.
to use it is to do with bombs or power bombs,
The
and it
easiest
has to
way
be a blue door.
Yeah, the easiest way to fix that is to be like over a save station or to start a cutscene.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
basically force the camera out of you.
So just start a cutscene because that's what save stations do.
Elevators, save
It
stations.
puts the camera in very specific position,
Yeah.
which allows it to regain.
Yeah, anything
Sense
that
of self.
specifically guides the camera, then.
Yes, which all cutscenes and all save stations and all elevators do.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris is still going. What happened?
Yeah, Chris is gonna Ginger Chris is gonna tough it out by the looks of it. Yeah.
Chris actually said, "I'm DNFing this, lol." But looks like
Proceeds
he's
to
going.
not.
Looks like he's going still.
looks
And
like,
the forfeits include. Caesar finished in 4th place a couple minutes ago. GG's. And the rest of the runners forfeited. We have Robo Scout, Red, Aero Razor, and Sasquatch.
Yeah, this
was-
was a tough seed. This is a very tough seed.
Genuinely, right? If Sean didn't ask me if I wanted to forfeit and join you guys here in the booth, I was like, I'm just gonna keep going and see how long I can figure out where things are. My next stop was to actually go back to Hall of the Elders and see what that check was.
I mean, I asked you to forfeit because it was pretty clear you weren't trying to finish the seed. Like, I asked you to forfeit just because then you could actually just talk
Yeah.
here. Like, of course, the rules don't say that you have to stop playing after you forfeit, so that's okay.
Yeah, I got that. I mean, I wanted to at least. As soon as I looked at the door to Magma Pool, I thought I might as well give it a shot for the sake of the stream. And then after losing like 2 E-Tanks, I just gave up. It's like, all right, let me just go see what other checks are there.
Yeah, to be honest, we didn't. I think it ended up being a Metroid in Ruined Fountain, but
Yeah, there was.
At first, we thought it was a visor because I couldn't see the rotation on everybody's first pass through. We thought it was. At first, I thought it was scan, but then after some consultation, we realized, wait a minute, it can't be scan. Floggers needed both directions for scan, so
I'm still disappointed about Flagra.
Yeah, so for a while we thought that would be X-ray, but then we just figured out, okay, no, Reggie's not going over to it, so it's not X-ray, which means we don't know where X-ray is. Guess where it was?
Over in Biohazard. God.
And the frustrating thing about Frigate, anything required being in Frigate, is that it is so often or so rarely actually necessary and is typically just a giant debate.
Not this
Huge
time.
time sink.
I was gonna contemplate actually going Gravity this Frigate for a bit. I know how to do that, but I realized I'm running at 75% frames. I'm running 45 frames going through just Overgrown Cavern. It's gonna be 20 frames if I walk into Frigate. I'm not gonna do that until I absolutely need to.
Also, minor thing, can you actually get the PCA item with an infinite speed?
You could, in theory, get the item. You could not get out of the room.
Oh,
Or, rather, you
That's
could
fine.
not get into another room outside of one immediately next to it.
Well, actually, you could
That's a
still
shame.
fire. You could still fire beam and open doors. I'm pretty sure you
No,
can open the
no.
plasma door with the
No.
if you
Light
just
show.
randomly fire.
Light Show puts the arm cannon way not where it's supposed to be, so you can fire. It's just not going to hit what you are telling it to.
But you're telling me there's a chance? No, I'm kidding. No.
I mean, if you can, then maybe you could trigger a Mega Pirate to end the state. But then, yeah, that wouldn't be very useful.
No,
So-
I wouldn't.
I think it's actually more likely to crash the game
Yeah,
by
that's probably the case.
infinite speeding in that room. Something to
That's a
think about,
shame,
but
though.
I'm fairly certain it would crash because there were problems with PCA when doing the patch to enable all of lower backwards mines.
Yeah,
Yeah,
PC.
needed
what-
addressed.
What ended up happening in the end was you just got rid of one asset. Like
Pretty much.
just
There's
just
something
deleted the
there.
boss. That's it.
If I boosted the boss with enough infinite speed, I can just vaporize it. Same. Think Ridley, but much bigger.
Just have it with Cannonball.
Yeah, exactly. Multiplayer mod win. I need to work on that one day when I actually have inspiration to do so.
Actually, yeah, like one thing that would be very cool is like cross-game items.
Yeah, Echo's items usable by Prime players.
I think
Yeah.
the only thing the way to do that is to make a build of. Again, this is my very limited coding mind here we're talking, but I think if you want to do that, you would just have to port in the entirety of all of Metroid Prime 1 maps and like have
Into
it that
Prime
way.
2, yeah.
Yeah, and if you really wanted to, you can make a Metroid Prime 1 like movement mod. God knows the source mod for Prime 1 exists, and that's a bizarre experience.
Oh yeah. When I play Prime 1, I always use that mod just to change things up, and it's really cool. You can't dash, but you can
Crouch jump.
rocket jump. You can rocket jump, which is very, very good.
Yeah. So it proves that there is ways to just modify movement, and that would probably have to be the way you want to get Prime 2 items into Prime 1. It's just to use a Prime 2 like build and import the maps over. But again, I don't know much about that.
Well, if that's all, then we can wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna end my stream here.
All right.
Yeah, I think we've pretty much said all of our pieces here. Unfortunately, the bot is on vacation once again. So, folks, that is the wrong Discord link. Hold on. That's the one you want. We can at least get that one working because that's baked in from the start. But yes, folks, shoutouts to both of our runners, Uncle Reggie and Red, for their astounding performance today and dealing with this train wreck of a Metroid Prime Randomizer 5th weekly special seed for the month of January.
I mean, this was a great seed.
It would have been so much better if I remembered main quarry existed.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
our next 5th weekly shenanigans for Prime will be in the month of May. For Echoes, it will be in the month of April. So definitely look forward in the next few months to some more 5th week shenanigans, assuming we're not completely hogged up by the CGC.
For Echoes, I really hope we end up using my preset.
Yeah, I've viewed that, had a look at it, and I love it. we might make a couple of minor tweaks, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it in April. That's still 2.5 months away.
Yeah, I couldn't generate any seeds at first, so unfortunately I had to give up on the lower Torvus start. I just had save stations autofill, and that worked.
And with that, folks, and also major shoutouts to our tracker Off82, who has done a fantastic job of pushing all the buttons, making sure you all know who has what.
Yeah, especially with all the resets that happened.
Mm-hmm. Big
Oh
time.
wow, Randomania version 4.0.0 is out literally right now.
Ooh, really?
Hold on.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes, it is. It is released as of 5:27 p.m., so 1 minute ago.
Yep.
Hold on.
Wow.
Oh, it includes Cave Story now.
What?
It looks like it's not even the 1st of April, so...
Wow. It's a good day to be a Randomizer fan, folks. It's been
No,
a great
We can
year
go
be
to
a
the
rando
uncrashed
fan.
frigate. We can go to space. We have a space elevator now.
Oh my goodness.
I mean,
Well, that'll
you could already do that.
Well,
I mean, no, actually, yeah, you can do that. One thing that was added was you can now randomize the lifts for Essence and finishing frigate, like the frigate at the beginning of the game, the tutorial.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I think we
That's
saw
another thing to look out for.
We
That's another thing to look out for.
We saw something similar in that with the Trial of the Warrior Plando from mid last year,
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I actually included it in my Plando as well. Trial of the Wild.
All right, folks. Well, that
I
being
think
said,
only one person played that.
No.
all right. Well, that being said, once again, shout outs to our runners, our tracker Op 82, and Sean. Thank you for joining me here in the booth this afternoon. It was a pleasure.
Ah, thank you.
And with that said,
And of
folks,
course, thanks to everyone for watching.
Yep, you
We'll
folks
see you
have.
next mission.
Yep, have a great rest of your weekend, folks. Take care.
Good night. See you.